Okay, you know what time it is. It's time for my final closing time factor thoughts. And one episode. This is it, the last one. That is tomorrow. Tomorrow on the final closing time factor thoughts season finale. Video commentary on youtube.com/LHMusic. One. And this has to do with who Obama. This has to do with this media swipe. President Obama uses the commencement speech over the weekend to bemoan on the slaughter of information in the digital age and suggest that the gusher of news out there is too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. Uh, good thing. Why in the world you always say this? Seriously, why in heavens on earth you always say silly things? And I can't believe you talk about this Xbox or PlayStation or whatever it is. Let's get this show on the road.
Today, the
If
resistance stands
it takes too
strong.
long,
Each round
even it
debate,
kills
the
me.
Republicans
Let's
survive.
do it.
It's a revolution. We will be heard.
It's me, LHMusic, and this is the final closing time factor thoughts video commentary for May the 12th, year 2010. And I know it's gonna be Wednesday. Trust me about that. And according to Fox News that hit in this latest swipe on this modern media environment. President Obama said this commencement speech over the weekend, and the top of this information onslaught pressuring democracy. Let's see. Oh boy, what he had what else on earth he's talking about? He's talking about this addressing the graduates of Hampton University in Hampton, Virginia, last weekend. And here's the purpose. That I don't understand this. While knowledge is power, the information age could be too much of a good thing, and that's the message some heard in President Obama's weekend speech, commencement speech, in bemoan. And that's why, speaking of which, at the president raised alarms. He said information is a distraction, a diversion that is pulling pressure on our democracy. You may think it, he suggested less is more when it comes to absorbing news content and urging graduates to take a skeptical eye towards news from blogs, cable television, and radio, and mostly, oh boy, in as well as modern gadgets like iPods and PlayStations. Huh. Oh yeah. What about Apple's Wii? Well, that's why the class of 2010 is coming of age in a 24/7 media environment that bombarded us. We all kinds of a content and exposes to us in all kinds of arguments in some ways which don't rank that high on the truth meter. Well, that's the president says this, and he says, and you know what, Mr. President, I hate to break this to you, but why on earth you always say you said you have in coming with iPods, iPads, and PlayStations and Xboxes, and you said none of it which work and and you might think it's coming a distraction or diversion, a form of entertainment rather than a tool of empowerment, rather than means and emancipation. So all of this is not putting pressure uh, to us. It's putting pressure on our country and our Come on, that has not that. Come on, Mr. President, that has not that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. But you, coming from a commander in chief, knows is know your fondness is but you as your comments were just more than just the president's lament that kindles somebody try to replace the hardcover. Huh. You know what? This is you. This is your brain. This is Obama. Here is your purpose. This is you. This is you. And this ugh, is your brain on this. My iPod shuffle. And and this. Any questions? Any questions? Going on. Guess what? Nobody had, according to Brent Bozell, the president of Conservative Media Research Center, says nobody has used the media more master mindful than you, Obama. Now, now he turns against certain elements of because of he doesn't need them anymore. Uh, Lord. Well, Obama. Well, guess what? Obama has enduring some nasty rumors at the hands of on the internet, blogs, comments, pages, continuing to allege as he has not been been honest about his place of birth, Hawaii, and his about his religion, Christianity. What about the White House? You're so absurd about rebuted and marginalized those whisper campaigns and with so many voices clamoring for attention on blogs and on cable and on talk radio, it can be difficult at all times to sift through it all, to know what to believe, to figure it out, who's telling the truth and who's not. Let's face it, even some of the craziest claims can face get distracted. I have some experience to regard that. Well, guess what? Targeting cable and radio and blogs has become somewhat of a political sport of the Obama administration. Nation. And that's why the president, you always, and that's why healthcare is a crescendo, urging your Democrat people turn the televisions off. And you might think CNN is the best. Wrong. You might think MSNBC is the best. No, no. Fox News is the best, fair and balanced. Then any cable liberal cable network that is CNN or MSNBC. What about the bloggers? Media Matters just false. Urging lawmakers to get out the echo chamber. Huh. So much for that. And I have part 2 on this one. And make sure you better Facebook me and follow me on my Facebook and Twitter web pages at facebook.com/LHMusicTime. And so, as you know who, twitter.com/LHMusicTime. Part 2. And I will continue this for the big season finale tomorrow. If I were you, I would be in your shoes on the bet. LH Music. Hello. I gotta go. LH Music, America's level basketball Christian servant, signing off. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. The big season finale. And I'll outsmart you, Obama, tomorrow. And I'm signing off. Bye-bye for now. Time Factor.